you're passionate about educating youth to participate in politics.
Yeah.
What would you say to youths who feel they don't have much influence on public policy?
Yeah. I think, I wrote in my first book, whether we like politics or not, politics affects us. Malaysians, especially young Malaysians, should take part. But the question is, a lot of young Malaysians felt that there's no space for them. There's no entry space for them. Where do we come in? How does the government hear our voice? And this is where I think the ministry, the Youth and Sports Ministry, have to play a role. And this is where we intend to play a role. We want to open up as much democratic space as possible to solicit the response, to solicit the opinions, the feedbacks, the ideas from young Malaysians in order to shape this country. I always say that by the end of my term, I want young Malaysians to feel that they already have a role in shaping how the government ought to be.
Then what would you say to youths who are simply ignorant about politics?
Those who are not interested may not be because they are not, they do not love the country. Maybe it's like what I say, they do not see an entry point. They do not know where can I come in. A lot of people think that the politics is just for the elites. Who are we? I'm just a 16-year-old and I'm just an 18-year-old. We are saying that 18-year-old today, 16-year-old today, they are different from the 16-year-old, 18-year-old of the 20th century. When I was 16 in the 90s, I received my first computer. It was a Intel Pentium 166 megahertz. I'm not sure whether you have any idea what's that. But 16-year-old today, almost all 16 years old today, they have in their pocket a supercomputer. When I was 25, I joined a political party. But today, the minister is 26 and he's already a minister. So we have to change that concept of age. And that is why the government is committed to say that we cannot alienate 18-year-olds from taking part in the democratic process of our country, which in many ways means voting. They should be given the right to vote, which is why we want to lower voting age to 18. I want to tell young people that the shape of the country's future is really in our hands. And 9th of May is a demonstration of this. You cannot say that whatever I do or whatever we do has no impact on the country. We came out to vote, we voiced our concern on the 9th of May, and things changed.
So tell us, YB, how does it feel to have someone who's younger than you as your boss?
We have to shift from a 20th century mindset about age to a 21st century mindset. And when I say age, I don't just mean the young. We have in Malaysia the oldest Prime Minister, not only in the country but in the world, 93-year-old to Dr. Mahathir Mohamad. In terms of as a person, bro Syed Saddiq, I find him to be a very idealistic person, a very genuine person. There is no pretension, a lot of the impression about politicians is that it's fake. But no, he is genuinely idealistic. He's very sincere and he's compassionate. Give you an example. When we discussed about sports, the thing that came to his mind was, hey, what about former athletes? Somehow, those who are easily sidelined, those who do not feature prominently in regular discussion, he will always take a note on them. So I think, of course, a lot of people say he's young, therefore inexperienced. But hey, I'm 36 years old, 10 years older. I have no experience to be a deputy minister. I am sure many of our cabinet ministers have no experience either to be in government. What I want to say is that inexperience is one thing, because it can be an advantage because you are starting from a blank slate. We like to say that yes, we are inexperienced, but that also means we are inexperienced in corruption.